Chapter 9 Public Facilities. In this chapter, we will be discussing what are public facilities. We all know that a facility which is provided to the public by the government is known as public facility. Why we say that only government is responsible to provide the facilities to the public? As we know, the definition of democracy, it describes that the government works for the people, which is elected by the people in order to serve the needs of the people. In this process, the first utmost duty of the government is to ensure all the basic requirements of the people are fulfilled properly. If you look at the definition of Jeremy Bentham's will, where he describes that in his book, government is nothing but it starts to take care from before you are born to after your death. How is it possible? Before you are born, you are in the mother's womb. When you are in the mother's womb itself, by providing proper treatment to your mother, the responsibility of the government will start, and it ends after your death. Your dead body has to be taken care properly. It has to be buried or it has to be burned. So all this means before you are born to after your death, from womb to tomb, everything is the responsibility of the representative governments. That's what he mentioned in his book. So nowadays, if you look at the democratic governments, these democratic governments are responsible governments. Their main duty is to cater the needs of the people. Now moving into details for us, in Chennai, water, how is the water available to the people of Chennai? Is it available equally to all sections of people in all areas or not? Let us see here. Mr. Ram Gopal, he is a government servant. He stays in the nagar called Anna Nagar, which is lushly green in color, where the water tankers come and sprinkle the water and make the gardens look very green, and the flowers will be present on the trees. So Mr. Ram Gopal is not having any problem with the supply of water. Most part of the day in their bungalows, the water will be running through the taps. Once in a while the taps will be stopped, or one day in a week there may be some water problem. Then Mr. Ram Gopal calls to some of his friends or one of his friend who is in the municipal department and ensures that he gets a water tank for him. When it comes to Subramaniams, Mr. Subramaniam stays at a place called Mylapore. In this place, most of the people depend on bore wells because they don't get much access to the government supply of the water. Very rarely they get water here, and these bore wells will be fulfilling the needs. But the basic problem is this bore well water is brackish and it is not nice or suitable to drink because it may cause many diseases. That is why they all collect this bore water and they have installed the purification water filters in their houses. So they use the water filters and drink that water. The rest of the water they will be using for cleaning or washing the clothes, like that. And moving to the other place where Shiva stays at Madipakam. In Madipakam, they get water once in every 4 days. So initially we were talking about Ram Gopal's Anna Nagar, where water is supplied whole along the week without any problem. When it comes to Mylapore, where Subramanian's apartment was there, where they depend largely on the bore wells and the underground water is brackish water, and they have installed the filters for them to drink the water because they don't have any supply of the government water coming here. When it comes to Shiva's place, that is Madipakam, in Madipakam they get water once in every 4 days. And last, Padma, who is a domestic maid, gets water. She stays at Saidapet and she gets water 20 minutes per day twice, that is morning 20 minutes and evening 20 minutes. They does not have their own tap. The entire, she is a domestic maid, so she will be getting a salary of rupees 650 around, and she will be staying in the outskirts of the city, and for 30 houses they don't have proper washrooms or they don't have proper water supply for them. They depend on the borewell. That borewell water will be supplied for them for 20 minutes in a morning 20 and evening 20 minutes. Each family will be getting only 3 buckets. There are nearly 30 families who depend on the water which is brought here. So like this is the availability of the water in the city of Chennai. Water as a fundamental right. If you look, what is a necessity for us to have water? Water is very much essential for us in our day-to-day life. Without water, we cannot lead our life. How we require air? After air, the most important what we require is water, which gives life for us and also gives good health. If you drink water, you will have good health. Daily needs, like starting from as soon as we get up, we start to brush our teeth, we need water. So for our physical needs, then at the household requirements, for washing the utensils, for cooking, everything, washing clothes, cleaning of the houses, cleaning of everything, we need water. And after fulfilling our daily needs, if we have good access to water, that is, if we are able to have good water which is not having any contaminated diseases, then you can prevent water related diseases like diarrhea, cholera, dysentery. There are people who die because of the infections which they get due to these diseases. Like 1600 people in our country, especially the children less than 5 years of age, are passing every day. That is really a very high number due to lack of proper drinking water for them. They are affected with dysentery, diarrhea. So all these diseases can be prevented if they are having access to good or safe water to them. If they are getting access to pure drinking water, these 1600 people's life can be saved. And moving on to Article 21, as per the constitutional clause, right to life is Article 21's main theme here. According to this article, right to life guarantees for you to live comfortably. So according to this, what is the basic requirement for you to live? That is water. Water should be having universal access. You should have free hand to use the water. And in 2007 also, the Supreme Court as well as the AP state has restated the same thing, stating that water is the most important element in every human's life, where we need water sufficiently. When there was a letter written to AP High Court by Mehboob Nagar villagers stating that the textile industry has been draining out the pollutants into the drinking water river and spoiling the entire drinking water, and with this they are getting various diseases. Immediately the court responded and gave orders to the district collector of Mehboob Nagar, stating that every villager should get at least 25 liters of water per day. This water has to be supplied on the responsibility of government, and collector has to make sure that this water reaches to the people. Like this, the constitution as well as the court have upheld the rights of the citizens to have access to water. In our country, the importance of water is not much known. One is, those who know the importance of water are having access to good supply of water. Those who are rich are in the capacity to buy the water if necessary, or influential to get the water. But when it comes to the poverty stricken people or below poverty line people, it is very difficult for them to get access to drinking water So like this is the right now situation of our country. We need to ensure that water is supplied sufficiently to all the people, then we can easily prevent the deaths of nearly 1600 people, especially the children less than 5 years of age who are not able to get access to pure drinking water. If you provide good drinking water for them, these many people do not die. These are the only statistics. We don't know how many people are really suffering, not only the children, the old aged people. Any age, we need good supply of water. Then only we can lead a healthy life. Otherwise, we will be infected by the diseases like cholera, diarrhea and dysentery, and sometimes we may lose our lives also.